TTN HD Production Live, here with Bill Cunningham, a freelance producer here in Los Angeles who's worked for Good Morning America for many, many years. How do you like working for Good Morning America?
Oh, it's great. For decades, actually. Based only here in LA. The show is live out of New York. They have a bureau and office here in LA, and I produce stories for them here in LA.
Wonderful. And you're doing some work for the Oscars, the party piece, is that right?
Every year it's something different. This year I've been assigned to cover the parties for Good Morning America. And once the Oscars telecast is over, there are parties throughout the city. And the big ones usually are the Vanity Fair party, the Elton John party, and there are others. There's one called Night of 100 Stars, where celebrities from various generations come and they watch the Oscars show, have dinner, and have fun.
So do you get to hit up all the parties?
Yes, actually, the media is never allowed in the parties, but there's a red carpet outside, like an award show, and all the media is lined up to interview arriving partiers, and that's where we get our sound bites.
Wonderful. And you've worked at the Oscars before for Good Morning America. What have you done in years gone by?
Well, it's the very, very big night for the Los Angeles Bureau because our coverage literally is overnight. And Good Morning America is live the next morning from LA, which in LA's time zone is 4 a.m. to 6 a.m. So we're covering the Oscars, the parties, everything else until the show's on the air the next morning. So in years past, I've been backstage with our correspondent and anchor as they interview Oscar winners for brief sit-down interviews like right here. And I've been at our office helping coordinate tape coverage. Every year is different depending who's available.
Wonderful. And you do some freelance work producing other things here in Los Angeles as well. What do those things include?
Well, in Los Angeles, freelance is very, very common. Many photographers are freelance producers. So I produce segments for shows, some syndicated shows, mostly Good Morning America, but legally and contractually, freelancers can work for anybody who hires them.
Wonderful. That's very nice. And what made you get into producing in the first place?
As a kid growing up in Buffalo, I used to watch TV a lot. During those cold winters, TV was warm. And I just enjoyed television and wondered what it was like to put together a show. It's like putting a puzzle together. It's still like that. And I thought I could do well at that. Certainly I'd be interested in it. And I've worked in that area ever since.
Great. And where did you go to school? For someone who's an aspiring producer, what would you recommend they do?
Well, you have to know deep down inside any form of broadcasting, on air, behind the scenes, whether it's really in you, whether you really like it, as opposed to becoming rich or famous or trying to impress someone else. You must truly like it. And hopefully you also, it's good to be good at it. But for those who think they'd like it or are good at it, getting experience is the most important thing. I realize it's very, very difficult when you're starting because no one's going to hire you with no experience. But once you get that first job, the doors open quicker as the years roll by. So the bottom line is, depending on what generation, what age you are, getting any kind of production job anywhere, if not a TV outlet, even a production house, is a good credit to begin your journey.
Wonderful. And is there somewhere online where we can get in touch with you and see what you're up to?
Oh, my website for contact information and for my background is www.billcunningham, all one word, .biz, B-I-Z.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much, Bill, and best of luck at the Oscars.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, too. I'm Katie Ullman reporting for TTN HD Production Live.
Thank you.